Want to welcome everybody to the Against All Odds webinar here this evening. Absolutely incredible week that we've had so far. Just under a week left in this, what we call kind of a pre-launch or a free launch in order to get this thing started. So a lot of exciting things going. I'll go ahead and get started on the presentation right now. And again, sit back, relax, maybe take some notes and think of anybody that comes to mind that you might want to share this with, that you might want to work with. And again, my name's Dan Putnam, one of the founders of AAO. Just a little bit about my background. I've been full-time in the network marketing, home-based business industry since February of 1993. Got started when I was 18 years old, my freshman year in college, and really have done nothing else my entire adult life. So the first 10 years, just kind of focused at building a business as a distributor, trying to figure out all of the how it works. And just like a lot of people, I struggled in the beginning. In fact, it actually took years before I really had anything going and really figuring out how to build a business. And I've always had a saying that I've really liked, and it says, I win or I learn. And I spent my first couple years learning what doesn't work in network marketing. But as soon as I figured out some keys and really started to figure out what this business was, a couple of little changes, duplication and retention, I was able to build organizations of hundreds of thousands of people, make millions of dollars as a distributor. And then I kind of wanted to go next level, so to speak, meaning I really had figured out what exactly it takes in order to build a successful business. And so I was looking for a different model. And the reason why is when I was looking at the network marketing industry or the home-based business industry, typically on the nutrition side, $100 or $200 auto ships, 10, 15, 20 people to break even, really no retail plan, no customer plan that made any sense at all. I started to think, what, this really doesn't make sense. If the entire business is about duplication and retention, these models are horrible for duplication and retention. So there has to be some changes to how the model is put together. And starting in 2002, I actually went and met with some companies and had a concept. I had figured out what I felt was the key for both duplication and retention, some things that the company could do, not just what you could do as a distributor, but the model that the company could put together could have a massive impact on duplication and retention. So that happened again 20 years ago. And I went to the owners and basically said, hey, here's the deal. If you'll put this together, I'll fund the entire thing. I'll put up all of the money. I'll work it as a distributor. I'll build the teams. You have zero risk. And the reason I said that is I was so confident that if they would put together this model, I could build it and have success because I felt I could have more people reach success. And that's really what I'm passionate about. The thing I love about this industry is the more people that you can help become successful, you're automatically going to be successful. We're all in this together. The company, the distributors, everybody's plan's the same. And as soon as I realized that that plan was all about duplication and retention, it changed everything, the way that I looked at the business, and I started to have much more success. Fast forward 20 years, from 2002 until now, I've helped launch 10 companies, done over $6 billion in sales, paid out in the neighborhood of $3.5 to $4 billion in commissions all over the world. And what we've done now is we've taken everything that I've learned over almost 30 years from a distributor, launching companies, watching other companies. I'm one that really does study success, and not just success in network marketing or home-based business, but success in business in general. So that's a little bit about my background. We have one of my partners, Travis Martin. He's been full-time in this industry for about the last 25 years. A little bit different. I started as a distributor and still to this day really feel like a distributor. The things that I do, my skill set and things like that. But he started off in customer service and then moved up into high levels executive in some of the fastest growing businesses in the history of the world, not just network marketing, but businesses in general. These are companies going from 0 to 500 million in 3 years, not one, but two. In addition to that, he started his own company as a partner and an owner, took the company from 0 to 100 million in 3 years. Company's still doing great today. And he's a massive part of what we have going on here with Against All Odds and what we're putting together. I've learned so much from the concepts and how we can design the culture and how we can scale the companies. And then a third partner, JC Martinez. Again, I've worked with him very close, pretty much on a daily basis for the last couple of years. He's been in the industry for, I believe, around 15 years. Just like Travis started in customer service, moved up into elite services, moved into marketing and operations, and now he's helped launch countries all over the world, built the businesses all over the world, and really has a strong understanding of what has to happen in order for the business to be successful. And so what we've put together is unlike anything I've ever seen in network marketing. And probably the reason why is most of what we've put together isn't based off of network marketing. What we're trying to do is our number one goal, and this really came from JC. He's really the one that pointed it out to me. The number one product, the biggest asset in any network marketing company is you. It's the distributor. It's the person looking at the business. That's who goes out and builds the brand. That's who makes the referrals. That's who does basically everything. And most companies aren't realizing that. Most companies, if you look at this industry, they basically just copy the last successful company, and they copied the last successful companies. It's just a bunch of companies copying products, a bunch of companies copying compensation plans, but what they're missing, that's not what creates success. What creates success is the actual distributors. And so what we really focused on is we stepped outside of the network marketing industry and started to look at, what are the largest real estate brokerages around the world? What do they do? What are the largest insurance companies around the world? What do they do? They invest almost all of their time in training and leveling up their sales force. And I also started to pay attention to, just athletes and other very successful people and what they do. And what we came up with, the first thing, there's several key factors that make against all odds what we're doing. And one of them is what we're putting together for distributors, to level up distributors. This is something that I have spent decades now studying success. And in fact, in my first 4 years in network marketing, I interviewed somewhere in the neighborhood of 150 to 200 of the most successful networkers in the industry. And the reason I did that is I was struggling. I was trying to figure out, how do you do this? And I was doing exactly what everybody told me to do. I was 3-foot rule. I was going door to door. I was going business to business. Everything that you can possibly imagine to build the business, I was willing to do it. It just wasn't working. So I figured if I can talk to these people that are having success, if it works for them, it should be able to work for me. And so literally by talking to around 150 to 200 people, I created the first thing that kind of changed my network marketing career. And I put together a little pamphlet that said the 5 traits of successful marketers. But one of the things that I realized, there are certain parts of their life that they were in control of. There are certain aspects, and this goes from all highly successful people, not just in business, athletes, all of this. I grew up, my big passion growing up was sports. And so I've also studied many athletes and what they did, their training regimens, how they ate, how they thought, how they talked to themselves. All of these things make a massive difference. And where these 5 non-negotiables came from is kind of a cross between what Andy Frisella put together with 75 Hard and a podcast or an interview that I heard with Kobe Bryant, again, one of the greatest basketball players of all time. And they're talking about when he made a decision that he was going to go all in and change his off-season regimen, his training regimen, how he's going to eat, how he's going to think, every single thing that he was going to do. And he said it was absolutely non-negotiable. And really the words and listening to that interview, just kind of that light bulb went off. And I was like, man, there's some things that we actually need to do that are non-negotiable if we want to be successful. And so what this company is all about, every single thing that we're doing, not just the non-negotiables, but everything is designed to take you from where you are right now to where your dream would be. Meaning if you could plan out your entire life, if you could have the income that you wanted, if you could have, basically everything that you wanted out of life, we're saying we're going to show you how to achieve that, because we're in so much control as human beings. A lot of times we don't like to accept that. We don't like to, understand all the control that we have. We want to blame out all these other people, but what we're saying, we're going to work with you from where you are and help you get to where you want to be. So these non-negotiables, I'm not going to go into a ton of detail on them on this presentation, but we have a complete app. We're going to have training that we actually dig down deep and help you live a life by design in certain areas that are going to level you up and again, connect that dot from where you are to where you want to be. And these are things like nutrition. You need to have that in control. You need to decide what your nutrition plan is going to be. And you can level it up. You can start from where you are now, make some small changes. When you get comfortable there, make some more changes and continue to do that. But it has to be non-negotiable. It has to be a deal that you make with yourself. There's no way you're going to break it. Physical activity and exercise. Again, if we allow you to become successful by earning money, which we'll talk about later in this plan, that's just a small part of true success. You need to have your health with that. So physical activity and nutrition is a massive part of that. Personal development. You always have to be improving. I started this business back in February of 1993, and everything has changed. Back then, companies didn't have websites. You couldn't see your downline. If you were going to get your leg counts, for instance, you'd call a phone number and it would tell you how many people you had in your organization. If you want to get a downline printout, you would have to pay for it and they would send it to you in the mail. So again, everything done by paper, and then it went to computers, and then it went to, back offices, and now everything's on your phones. And again, the technology is completely different. You always have to be leveling up or you're going to get passed by. So personal development is key. You have to have some way that you can have money coming in on a residual basis that creates leverage, or you're never going to control your most powerful asset as a human being, which is your time. Your time and your health. Those are two of the massive things, and that's exactly what we're going to focus on with Against All Odds and help you not only control your time, have this income coming in residually, but we're also going to focus a lot on the health. And then the fifth part is what kind of keeps this together, and that's accountability. So these non-negotiables, this app, are things that are 100% going to change your life. If you learn nothing else from this company and you just participate, go through all the training, get this phone app, I can guarantee you're going to have some massive improvements in your life with just that. But there's some things that we feel that should be non-negotiables for how you live your life. But at the same time, there should be some company non-negotiables, some things that you can count on that aren't going to change. One of those for us is the product. We're always going to be a single product. We're never going to have that second product. The reason why is what we're trying to do is have as many people as possible become successful. And in order to do that, you have to have focus. You have to know the exact story. There can't be any confusion. And if we add a second, a third, or fourth product, that soon as that second product hits the back office, now all of a sudden you just entered confusion. And it's never going to be the same. Now, as a consumer, multiple products could be important. But for a business, and if all we're looking at is the best chance of you being successful in a business, single product is the way to go, and it's been proven time and time again. Those two companies that I mentioned that Travis was in from the very beginning went from 0 to 500 million in 3 years. They started as a single product. As soon as they started adding more products and doing all these other things, they lost all the magic in the company. And now those companies are all bought up by other companies. And so again, you have a company, one of the fastest growing companies in the history of the world, and they're not even in business anymore. They're still going, but under different brands and stuff like that. And there's a reason for that. They introduced confusion in the marketplace. In addition to that, they were $100 or $200 a month, which makes no sense with a single product. You're not going to have the consumption. So you're going to flood the market with all this product. The retention's not going to be there. There's many things that we've seen in some of these fastest growing companies that worked, and then we see the things that didn't work. And that's exactly what we've put together here with Against All Odds. We focused on just the things that worked, and we learned from the things that didn't work. So again, single product. Formula won't change. We've gone through all the ingredients. We've launched products all over the world. We've gone through to make sure that we can get this registered in the countries we want to do business in. It doesn't say that here on the slide, but also the compensation plan is not going to change. There's not deals, there's not insertions. Somebody comes to the company 2 years from now and says, hey, I want to be direct to the company. Well, you're 2 years too late. There's 3 people direct to the company, they're already in. There are no spots direct to the company. We realize that as long as we focus on working with the distributors, we don't have to have all these gurus and stuff come to the business. We know exactly what it takes to build a successful business, and we're going to teach you. In addition to the non-negotiables of the company or smart contracts, there's also some things that we're doing that are very unique. You're going to really be learning about NFTs. And again, this is optional. If you don't know what an NFT is and you never learn, it's not a massive deal, but we've created something that I think is very unique, in addition to not only helping with retention, but there's so many things that we can do with NFTs as the company grows and as we continue to go. But what we're starting with is every single month that you have an active order, starting with August, it's going to be the first month that you can order, you'll get the first one of one NFT. Everybody in August will get it that orders. You order again in September, you'll get another NFT. You order again in October, another, November, et cetera, et cetera. And if you order for 36 straight months in our NFT program, you'll get 36, NFTs, but then you'll start to share in profit sharing. We're going to say, hey, if you're a loyal customer or a loyal influencer of Against All Odds, we're going to give you the opportunity to share in the profits of the company. And then we have another pool for people that have been active for 48 months and another for 60 months. And if you miss even 1 month, then you're out of the NFT program. Again, this is designed, we're talking about non-negotiables. We're not looking for people that are half in, half out, people that are, going to test it. We're looking for people that truly want to change their life. And if that's the case, and you stay active every single month for 3 years, we're going to share the profits. And we believe those will be significant. Again, we've seen companies, we've been part of companies that have gone from 0 to 500 million a year in 3 years. We're talking about the potential of hundreds of millions, billions of dollars that you can be sharing in by nothing more than just being a loyal, active influencer. But again, you miss 1 month, you're out of that NFT program. You can't ever get back in. Some people that sounds a little bit harsh, but again, you gotta be serious in your life if you want to have the changes that you can have. In addition to that, with the monthly NFT program, we're also going to have all of your rank incentives, all of your recognition is going to be based off of NFTs. And then we're going to be launching different NFTs for different events and trips and all of those different types of things. So you're going to be learning about NFTs, and I think you're really going to love the technology and the things that we have planned that we're putting together here. In addition to the NFTs, obviously we do have that single product, and it is a great one. What we've tried to do with the active greens is with all of the sales that we've had, and we're talking billions and billions of dollars from companies that I've launched, and billions of dollars the companies that Travis has been part of, and hundreds of millions in companies that he's launched. And again, billions of dollars in sales in companies that JC's been part of, and seen, their top selling products and what people really wanted. And then studied what's selling outside of network marketing. What are products that people are buying month after month after month, year after year. And we tried to say, okay, this is what we see that the body needs. This is what people are buying outside of network marketing. These are blends that have done billions of dollars in sales in our own businesses that we have 100% confidence that people are going to love all over the world. And so there's 3 main blends here. There's an adaptogen detox blend, greens biomatrix blend, and a nitric oxide blend, all into one amazing stick pack of active greens. The greens biomatrix blend, this is really what I'd call the foundation of the product. If you look at what I would say the absolute most important things for the body, it's going to be minerals, oxygen, and alkalization. Minerals are the building block of the body. 100% of diseases can be traced back to mineral deficiencies, and it's already a fact that the soil all over the world is deficient in minerals. And so it's not in the food. If it's not in the food, then you have to get it through supplementation. And what's so unique about this is the greens that we're working with are from right here in Delta, Utah, about 2.5 hours from our home office. This is all an ancient seabed. The remnants of that ancient seabed is the Great Salt Lake. There's only 2 inland seas in the world. Both of them are extremely mineral rich. And you can go to Delta where these grasses are. You can go all over Utah and start digging around and find seashells and find fossils of ancient, sea creatures and fish. It's all over. And the mineral in the soil is unlike any other place in the entire world. And there's massive volcanoes, which are also extremely mineral rich. You see lava beds all over St. George in southern Utah, massive lava beds around Delta, Utah. So the soil is absolutely incredible. And what the company has done that we've partnered with on these greens is they built their processing plant right on the farm. So when they harvest, they're able to harvest, take it to the processing plant, and juice it within minutes. And once they juice it, they have a proprietary formula that nobody else has, where they can turn that from the juice to a powder with never going more than 41 degrees Celsius. So you're not killing any of the nutrients. Most of the competitors, when you're looking at a green drink, basically what they're doing is they're harvesting it, they're baking it, they're grinding it up, and that's the product. You're basically getting grass sawdust. And some of those companies are doing hundreds of millions of dollars in sales, and people think they're getting an incredible product because it says organic, all of these keywords from this country or from this part of the world or from this, that, or the other. And so you just assume, oh, I've heard greens are good. Yeah, and I'm not saying that their product's not good. I'm just saying there's no comparison. And the more that you learn about it and the more that you see, this first picture from the left, other than the logo, is basically the pulp or what's left after they've juiced it. The TDN, which is what they kind of rate these greens off of, total digestible nutrition, of after they've tried to squeeze all of the nutrition out, and they've tried to get every bit of nutrition out of it, what's left in there is still 6 to 14 times higher than the greens grown in other parts of the United States. Just as an example that I said on the next picture over, you can see kind of a brownish looking greens. That's one of the most popular green mixes in the market right now. Completely organic. Again, basically what you're getting is organic grass sawdust. It's baked and then ground up. So you have all the cellulose, all the things that the body can't even digest right there, and you do have a little bit of nutrition. And then you have this amazing juice powder right next to it. I mean, you can see right there, they say a picture's worth 1,000 words. I don't think there's much else I need to say right there. Which one of those do you want in your body? I think that you should see the difference just looking at it. And then you have right there the big juicer. We saw him actually juicing it. We were there the last day of harvest just about a month ago. And so again, they're turning this grass almost within minutes into the juice. Then they're turning that juice into this beautiful juice powder. And then in addition to that, we have this microbiome mix. Again, the gut health. And so much is going on. I'm not going to spend a whole bunch of time talking about the microbiome, but it is extremely important. If you Google it and start to see the studies and the stuff that's out there, gut health, again, they're treating depression, anxiety, all of these different types of things just by treating the gut. And so this blend alone, it could be a $1 billion product. And I don't even know if it's our best blend. Then we have the adaptogen and detox blend. Adaptogens are designed to just help the body adapt to the stresses that we're under. And there's some absolutely incredible ingredients to help with that. The detox blend is to help remove the toxins from your body. A lot of times people think that things like weight loss are just get to a calorie deficit. They oversimplify it, and it's not even close to true. The calorie deficit is a part of it, yes. But in addition to that, you need to be able to alkalize the body. You need to be able to control the blood sugar. If you have insulin in the system, the fat is not going to be released as energy, period. That's why intermittent fasting and stuff is becoming so popular, because most people are insulin resistant. So they need to go 14, 16, 18 hours a day without eating, just so that the insulin will basically get down to a low enough point that you even have a chance for the body to release any fat as energy. So it's so much more complicated than just burn more calories than you consume. If that was a fact, people would get to zero, and nobody gets to a weight of zero. There's many people that spend their entire life in a calorie deficit and they don't lose weight. You can be at a calorie deficit and gain weight if your body's working against you. These adaptogens and this detox blend is designed to help your body work with you instead of against you. If you can help remove some of these toxins and have the adaptogens to control these stress hormones and stuff that we're just bombarded with, then the body can start to release some of the fat. And then some of these other ingredients with the microbiome and even the greens do a good job of helping the body become insulin sensitive again. Insulin resistance is a massive problem all over the world. And then we have kind of, again, each blend, it just kind of gets better and better. The nitric oxide blend, what's so big here? Nitric oxide won the Nobel Prize in Medicine in 1998. They proved that not only did it prevent, but it actually reversed heart disease. There's a book called No More Heart Disease, written by a heart surgeon. And when he learned about this, he started using this protocol on every patient that came in with blockages and heart disease in his practice, and never again did another heart surgery. So again, this is a fact. Nitric oxide not only prevents but reverses heart disease. Obviously, we can't say our product does that. You can't say nitric oxide does it, but we feel we have the best nitric oxide blend that's in any product out there right now. This is brand new technology, a brand new pathway, different from what the discoveries were in 1998. So again, this nitric oxide blend is crucial. Heart disease is the #1 killer worldwide, males and females. If you have something that's been proven to prevent and reverse that, that's something that every single person you know, love, and care about should know about, and stuff that people should drink every single day. Again, we feel 100% this product should be a non-negotiable for every single person that finds out about it. And that's why we're willing to actually share in the profits of the company for people to just say nothing more than, hey, this product's a non-negotiable. I'm going to take it every single month. And that's where that NFT program and all of that comes. We also have an absorption booster because the nutrients are only as good as the body's ability to assimilate and absorb them. And so we have an entire blend to help make sure that you get the maximum absorption and assimilation out of these products. This is another thing, one of the things I'm most excited about here. With each pack that goes out of active greens, we're going to include 4 strips to test nitric oxide. These strips have a pad on one end. You simply put it on your tongue, hold it down for about 5 to 10 seconds, and then you look at it. So the first one you're going to test before you've had the active greens. Then you're going to drink your first serving of active greens, wait 5-10 minutes, test again, same thing. You put the pad of a new strip on your tongue, let it sit for about 5 to 10 seconds, and then you look at the difference. Depending on the amount of nitric oxide in your system, it's going to turn pinker. So if it's very light or just almost white or a tiny bit of tint, that's going to show very little nitric oxide in your system. The pinker it is, the more nitric oxide. Now, not every single time are you going to see a massive difference on the very first dose. That's why we include 2 more strips. So you can test again after 2 weeks and you can test again after a month. But we've tested with different products that we've launched all over the world, literally thousands of people. And we say probably 80+% are low when they test before using the product. And probably 70, 80%, maybe 90% even, see a pretty significant difference after the very first dose. But nitric oxide is not something that just stays high in your body. So that's why you want to supplement and take that supplement every single day and put that down as one of your non-negotiables. Now we're going to go over the compensation plan, and we're going to try and get through this in about 10 minutes, because we've tried to create a comp plan that is so easy that everybody can understand it just in a matter of a couple minutes. And it's all based around the only way that every single person can be in profit in the business is through customers. So we've put together what we feel is the strongest customer plan out there. It pays 50% instantly on the actual dollar that they spend. Customers have 2 options. They can just be a customer that makes a one-time purchase. The price for that's $59.95. You're going to make $30 instantly, and then it's going to pay up 10 levels through the sponsor tree. So it doesn't have anything to do with the 3-by structure that we're going to talk about here in just a minute. The customers are all paid through a sponsor tree, which just means everybody that I sponsor, unlimited people's on my first level, everybody they sponsors on my second, everybody they sponsors on my third, et cetera, et cetera. So I make 50% real time on all of my customers, and then 10 levels up of my sponsor tree are also paid on every one of my customers. In addition to that, we've created something that customers can actually refer customers. And before I move on, I want to explain there's also a subscription. So people can order the product on a subscription so they get it every single month. The price on that is $49.95. So 50% of that would be $25. And again, that is paid instantly into your e-wallet. We also have a way that customers can get free product. So customers can refer customers. They're not in the downline, they're not in the structure, but they still have that chance to get free product. Every customer they refer, they get a credit. Every 3 credits that they earn, they can turn that in for free product. They can earn unlimited credits. They do not expire. And you make $10 to infinity on every customer that your customers refer, and their customers refer, and their customers refer, et cetera, et cetera. And in addition to that, it's also paid 10 levels up through the upline. Now, the next part we're going to talk about is influencers. Influencers are people that we pay to, recommend our product to their center of influence. This could be through social media. This could be through just talking to somebody, email, texting, all of the different ways, and inviting people to a webinar like this. And this one bonus that we're going to talk about, if you just understand this one thing, and you can duplicate this just a couple of times, you can literally make unlimited income with this business. So the first thing, you want to become an influencer. You purchase the product for $49.95. That makes you an active influencer. The next thing is you want to refer as many people as it takes for you to find 3. And then the next, you want to help them do the same thing. So I find 3, I help them find 3. That's a total of 12. What the company's going to do at that point is they're going to guarantee you a minimum of $100 check. So the customers is the only way that every single influencer can get into profit, because if you're working with just influencers, it might take up to 12 influencers in order to get your business in profit. But you find 3, help them find 3, you're going to be guaranteed $100. And then you just want to duplicate that through this 3-by structure, and you can make truly unlimited income. So what this means is everybody just has 3 people, 3 positions on their first level. So it's a 3-by structure. The reason we do that is we want everybody to work together as a team. We don't want you to have to focus on balancing legs. We don't want you competing with your downline. We want every single person using the techniques, the strategies, and everything that we teach you. So even if you've never had success before, don't worry about it. This is so different than anything that you've done. And you have to realize, I've personally built organizations of hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people. I can absolutely guarantee you, I know exactly what it takes to be successful in this type of business. And we're going to give you all the training and all the tools. So if you've never been successful, don't worry about it. We can take care of that. We're going to take you from where you are now to where you want to be. And that's the entire business model of Against All Odds. And we don't care how difficult it is. That's why we came up with this name, Against All Odds. We'll take the hardest person, and if they're teachable and if they have a work ethic, we'll get them to where they want to be. And that's the entire premise of our company. So 3 positions on your first level. They each have 3 on their first. That's 9, 27. That continues on to 10 levels, 59,049 people in those 10 levels. So the 10 levels is the base of your plan. This isn't the entire plan. This is just the base of your plan. And just as an example, on the first 3 levels, because there's only 39 people on there, there'll never be more, 39 positions, you make 2.5% on, that would be $1 per bag. Each bag has 40 CV. So 2.5% of that is $1. If you just averaged 1 bag, meaning everybody just bought 1, there's 39 positions there. That'd be $39 on your first 3 levels. Levels 4 through 8 pay 5%. So that's $2 per bag. There's 9,801 positions on levels 4 through 8. That'd be an extra $19,602 per month. Level 9, this is where it starts to get pretty big. There's 19,683 positions. If they each just buy 1 bag of active greens, pay 7.5%, that's $3 per bag. That's $59,049 just on the 9th level. Then level 10 has more than all the other levels combined, $59,049. We pay 10%. That's $4 per bag, 59,000 people. That's $236,196. That's if everybody only bought 1 bag. I know the average will be higher than that. Some will buy 1, some 2, some 6, some 10. So I would say the average will probably be about 1.5. So in a full 3x10 structure, if everybody just purchased 1 bag, it would be 314,000. If it was a bag and a half, it would be, close to 500,000 per month. And again, that is something, sounds like it'd be very difficult, but as you see how this goes, one of the last slides we'll do is show, really how basic and how easy this can be. Now, even though what I just talked about, hundreds of thousands of dollars per month, 3, 4, 500,000 per month, it's not the biggest part of the plan. This is probably a much bigger part of the plan. And this is a matching bonus. This is based on the sponsor tree. This isn't based on the 3x structure. So what this means is this can be unlimited people. The 3x structure, when you're looking at that, there's going to be the 88,000 positions. This is unlimited. So here, every single person that you refer is on your first level. On the 3x structure, there's only 3 on my first level, only 9 on my second, only 27 on my third. If I sponsored 39 people in the 3x structure, that's going to be my first 3 levels full. In the generation matching, that's all going to be on my first level. All 39 are going to be on my first level, and I can go unlimited. They can all go unlimited. They can all go unlimited. And I'm going to make a 5% match on anything that they earn in their 3x structure to infinity as soon as I become a 4-star influencer, and then you can get paid up to 10 generations. So each generation goes to infinity. or until it hits a 4-star influencer or higher. That doesn't end your pay. That just ends that generation and starts the second. So you see here, kind of the purplish color, that's your first generation. That can go to infinity. Just for this example, we're showing that a 4-star influencer or higher happened on your 3rd level, your 6th level, and your 7th level. And as you notice, that didn't end your pay. You're still making 5% match on all of them. That just starts your second generation. And then we have kind of a maroon color starting on level 8, 9, and 11. That doesn't end your pay. That just ends the second generation and starts the third. And then you see a green. That doesn't end your pay. That just ends your 3rd generation and starts your 4th. And you see that on level 12, level 15. And just how this is, I literally believe that you can get paid hundreds and hundreds of levels, and literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people. You have the potential, because I've never seen a company put a generation match that's this deep. And so when you really understand this, you'll see that there truly is no limit on the income that you can build, because there's no limit on the number of people that you can refer, the people that they refer. And even though that 3 by structure is limited to 88,000 people, which is a lot of people, there's no limit on the amount of people that you can match. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to simplify all of this. And we're going to say, okay, 3 simple steps. Step number 1, get started for $49.95. Step number 2, share this information with as many people as it takes. That's the key. As many people as it takes. Some people will refer to 3, and all 3 will want to become influencers. Some people might have to refer to 300 to get 3 people to become influencers. The key here is as many people as it takes. Again, remember, we focus on non-negotiables. We don't make excuses. We just get the job done, and we stop when it's done and not before. So just keep referring until you have your 3. Now the goal would be to do that within your first 2 weeks, and I'll explain that why here in a second. There is no time limit, but if you want to have the maximum chance of success, the maximum chance of retention, you want to find those 3 within your first 2 weeks. Step number 3, you're going to help those 3 influencers do the same thing. You're going to help them find 3 within their first 2 weeks. What that's going to do is that's going to get you to that guaranteed $100 minimum check your very first month. So what does that mean? If people are spending $49.95 on active greens, which I think that when they really find out about it and experience it for themselves, it's going to become a non-negotiable in their life, and they'll want to take it every single day for the rest of their life and refer it to every single person that they know, love, and care about. That's how powerful we think this product is. But again, if I'm making 100 and I'm spending 50, we've just changed the entire dynamic. Now I'm not paying anything for the product. I'm getting paid to take the product. So now it's kind of like that celebrity endorsement. You know, how many people actually get paid to take products? And that's what this company is all about. We don't want you to look at this as a consumer ever again. We want you to understand this business. If you're paying out of pocket on your active greens, you're not doing it right. And we're going to teach you how to do it right. Every single person should be getting paid to take active greens. There should be nobody going out of pocket for this product. So as you understand that, I get 3, I help them get 3. I want to do that in my first month. I have a $100 guarantee. So that means I'm probably not going to quit, because now I'm making double what it cost me. If I just duplicated this 2 more times, and it was just 1 bag was the average, that'd be an extra $2,000. If it was a bag and a half, that'd be an extra $3,000 per month coming in. That's the average full-time income in North America. It's way larger than the average full-time income in the entire world. Probably 80% of the world makes less than $1,000 per month US. In fact, probably 80% of the world makes less than $500 per month US. So we're talking about this simple 3 steps. Duplicate that 2 more times. If they just order 1 active greens, this isn't including all the other commissions. This is just the three structured team. That's it. 2,000. If it was a bag and a half, it'd be 3,000. Duplicate that just 2 more times. So a total of 4 times. That's all it takes to get to over 300,000 in the matrix, or the 3 by structure. Add in the matching bonuses, you're over $400,000 in commissions. And again, it can be unlimited, but that's going to take a lot of people. We have another part of the plan, 2 more parts of the plan, that we're going to do a training on. The first training tomorrow. And we're going to do it at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So 1 hour before this call. And that is a way that we're going to show you how you can make an extra $5,000 to $10,000 a month, actually unlimited. But if you're just looking, we have a lot of times people say, what does it take to make an extra $5,000 or $10,000 a month? We're going to show you how you can make an extra $5,000 or $10,000 a month, month after month after month, by only having maybe 50 to 100 people come into your business every month. So if you're making $1, $2, $3, or $4 on every bag of active greens, to make 5 or 10,000, it's going to take thousands of people in order to do that. We have another part of the plan specifically for people that are looking to make a 6 or 7-figure income yearly with Against All Odds. We've developed another plan in order to show them how to do that with 50 to 100 people a month coming into your business, how you can make 100,000 a year, and 500 to 1,000 people a month coming into your business, how you can make $1 million a year. And then we're going to show you exactly what it takes in order to create that type of a business. So a lot of things we didn't cover because we're trying to keep this in a reasonable time period. Some things that are extremely important, like how we're going to be delivering the product. We're working with Amazon in the United States, so most people should have their product in 1 to 2 days. And the other countries that we're doing business in, we're doing everything that we can so that everybody's getting their product in 1 to 3 days. Some countries for the first couple months, it might be closer to 5 to 7 days, but we're already working on strategies and things that we can do in those countries to get the delivery in 1 to 2 days. The business app that walks you through exactly how to build the entire business, we're going to be launching that in early September. But right now, we're going to focus on just the next few days. Yeah, between now and Monday, that you can refer unlimited people, as many people as you possibly can. We're doing this call every single night until Monday. You can refer all those people and they can lock in a spot for free. And they can keep that spot till the end of September. But I believe you're 100% going to want to order in August if you have any goals at all in changing your life. And especially if you start to understand what happens with these NFTs. These NFTs, we can program smart contracts at any time. So at any time, we could do a VIP event just for people with the first NFT. We're doing things like a spin the wheel event, that every single person that has that first NFT can spin the wheel and earn extra, cash and giveaways, and could be giving away cars, all kinds of things that we're going to be doing with these NFTs. So you're going to want to have as many as you can, and the only way you can have the first one ever is by ordering in August. So again, I want to encourage every single person. We're going to be placing the link tonight for the training tomorrow, and then I recommend watching that, especially if you're looking to make 6 or 7 figures a year with this business. And we're going to explain exactly how that happens. And then at 7 Mountain Time, same time this started, we're going to go ahead and have another webinar going over the opportunity. So again, thanks everybody. I hope that you have an absolutely incredible rest of your evening. You guys have been absolutely fantastic. We have some amazing leaders that are in the company, more looking at it, coming in every single day. So we couldn't be more excited. So thanks everybody. Have an absolutely incredible rest of your evening, and make sure and join us on the calls tomorrow.